In this video, we are going to see JavaScript anonymous function. But before moving toward the video, if you have not already subscribed to my channel, then please do. It really helps me keep motivated to make new videos. Now let's move to the anonymous function. So what is anonymous function? So in JavaScript, anonymous function is a function without any name. So normally, if you define any function, you simply pass function name, right? But in case of anonymous function, you don't have to pass function name. So if you check, you will get error. So to resolve an error, you have to wrap this anonymous function in one bracket. So why we are doing that? So this bracket represents an expression, and this bracket returns one function object. So this is how we define anonymous function in JavaScript, right? Now let's suppose if you want to write anything, like you want to perform some operation in this anonymous function, you can simply write console.log. like I'm just writing console.log once. This is anonymous function. Okay, now this is anonymous function. Now if I run this code, I will not get any kind of output. You see, I'm not getting any kind of output, right? So what is happening here? So this is just a function as an object. We are not calling this function, right? So how to call this function? To call this function, we just have to pass one bracket, like just call this function. Normally, how are we going to call any function? Like if I define any function like test, then to call this function, we just have to write this one, right? So this is how we call any function. So to call this anonymous function, we just have to pass one extra bracket. Okay, so if I run this code again, you will see the console log here. You are means we are getting console log, right? This is a anonymous function. This is anonymous function, right? Now, so one thing to note, this anonymous function you cannot access later. Means this function you can only access at the time of creation, not after that. So to reuse this anonymous function, what we have to do, we can just initialize this function into one variable. So how to do that? So let me just define another function. So I'm just defining one what's your or get name. Get name is one anonymous function. You can simply write anonymous function like this. See here, we don't have any name for this function, right? Now I will just simply return our console log. My name is Ajay. Okay, now how to call this function? So just simply write get name and you will get the output. Okay, so here if you see, we are getting output my name is Ajay. Okay, now one more thing here, this function we have written, right? So this function is executing by itself, and this is how that's why it is calling as immediately invoked function. So we can call this function immediately invoked function because immediately we are calling this function and executing whatever logic we have written inside this anonymous function. Okay, so that's why this function is called as an immediately invoked function. Okay, so here we have seen how to define anonymous function, how to call that anonymous function, and by calling this function is made as immediately invoked function. How to define assign any anonymous function to variable so that we can reuse that anonymous function later on. Okay, now let's see how we can pass any argument to immediately invoke function. So how to pass variables to immediately invoked function. So to pass any variable to immediately invoke function, you just have to write like some variable, whatever you are trying to pass. So I'm just passing one variable like my current city. So suppose Mumbai. So to access this variable, you can pass one variable name which is city, and here you can pass access this variable. So my current city is here you can write city. So this is how you can pass variable to immediately invoke function. And if you execute this code again, what is the problem here? Get name is not a function. Okay, get name is not a function. Okay, I think that was happening because we have not added any semicolon. Okay, so this is working fine, right? My current city is Mumbai. So this is working fine as expected. You can pass any kind of a variable here. Let me just show you how to pass object. Okay, so I'm just passing one object like person, and I'm just passing name as a. Now how to access this variable? So suppose I just want to access this variable inside this anonymous function. So you can simply write person name is. You can directly access this person variable without even defining that into the anonymous function. Okay, so here you can simply write person dot name. Okay, so if you execute this, you will get the output. See, here we are getting person name is whatever we have defined here. So this is how you can pass any object. Object will be directly accessible to inside the anonymous function. You can simply write here name also, and this name will be directly accessible inside anonymous function. In that case, you don't have to define the variable in anonymous function. Okay, so this is how we pass argument to immediately invoke function. Now let me just show you how you can do the same thing whatever you have written here, like assigning anonymous function to one variable with the help of arrow function. So as you know, arrow function is latest in JavaScript, which is a ES6 feature. So let me just show you how you can do that. So let me just define one more name, one more variable, get is. Here you can simply pass arrow function. Okay, and console.log current age is 24. Okay, now just call this function get age. So you will see the output. If you check, here we are getting the output. So this is how we can define with the help of arrow function. Now one more thing to note, you can pass anonymous function inside any other function. So for example, here I am just writing set timeout. Here you can pass one anonymous function. Okay, write whatever logic you want, like console.log passing anonymous function as a variable. And I'm just wanting to execute this code after 1 second. Okay, so you will see the output after 1 second. So here you can see passing anonymous function as a variable. So here you can see we are passing anonymous function as a argument, not variable, sorry, passing anonymous function as an argument. So you can pass anonymous function as an argument to the another function. So this is how anonymous function works, and this is the operation we can perform on the anonymous function. So here we have seen how we can define anonymous function, how we can call that anonymous function. After defining anonymous function, and if you call it immediately, then this is called immediately invoked function. Here you can assign any anonymous function to variable and call later on if you want. Then we can pass simply variables arguments to anonymous function. Okay, so here we have simply passed argument. Now here we have seen how to use arrow function as a anonymous function, and here we have seen how to pass anonymous function as argument. How to pass anonymous function as an argument. So that's it. So that's it in this video. If you have any concern, please do let me know in the comment below. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.